Hello once again, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back for another episode of Technic Minecraft. We're going to pay a little visit to the village to see how they're doing. Okay, it looks like we have a couple testificates down here, at least 3 of them. Okay, there's another. So I don't know what happened the last time, but apparently they came back. There's at least 3 of them. Let's go down and take a closer look. Maybe we have some hiding around in the houses. Okay, there goes one. Did I leave this door open? Maybe I have. Oh well. Go ahead and close this door before something bad happens. Yeah, I did put a door on this smithy shop anyway. Maybe... Okay, he just like randomly came out of the woodwork. But I did put a door on here just to show it's a house. That may or may not have been the right thing to do. Holy crap! These guys have like no manners. Why you no closed doors? What's the deal here? Are they on strike against doors or something? Well, at least they approve of my house I made. The original design, that's good, right? There, stay in there. Alright, so it looks like maybe there's more than what there was before. I don't know. But it does seem like there's a lot more testificates and they're out and about right about now. So that's kind of cool. Anybody over here? We got 1 over there. 2 over there. Wow. Okay, so it looks like the village may have grown just a little. That's good stuff. Good stuff indeed. Alright, well, glad they approve. Go around and continue to take a walk around the area. And then we could probably move on from here because it looks like these guys are just going to go ahead and enjoy their village, and we'll let them enjoy their village for the time being. Very good to see everything's going well here. Well, before I came back to the warehouse, I actually went and got some supplies. We're going to actually have some utilities in here, and by utilities I mean we're going to actually have some machines that are going to actually help us out doing some stuff. Basically, it's industrial craft, and it's stuff we've already gotten, but with a little twist. First and foremost, I'm going to have to actually see if this works. I'm pretty sure it's not because most machines are 64 EU, and I've gotten like, what, 512 current coming through right about now. First and foremost, the induction furnace. This is something I haven't touched on yet, but I've built 6 of them. Here is a quick recipe. As you can see, we got 7 copper bars up here, followed by a basic electric furnace, which we already know how to build, and an advanced machine block, which is something we went over before, but I'll quickly do a quick overview again. 2 advanced alloy with a machine block, and 2 carbon plate. Carbon plate, which is, well, not really that, but if I can remember which episode, it may have been during... I can't even remember which episode it was. Oh my god, it's been so freaking long. But you get the point of where it's going. Carbon plate basically came from ground up coal. And I can't even remember how long that was ago. But yeah, I should include a link on that in the description for those who really, really want to know, and I did not give a hand there. Wait a minute. Okay. For those who I really wanted to know, and I really didn't help out there by my mumbling. But anyway, let's just go ahead and try to get some of the stuff down. Induction furnace. And wherever I'm going to put an induction furnace. Okay. Let's go ahead and start by putting 6 of them over here. It's the wall of induction furnaces. Or furnace. Maybe that's a new thing. Furnace. Okay, macerators. We already know how to make macerators. I got 3 rotary macerators. I'm going to go ahead and put them over here. And then we'll just kind of go with... What is... Oh, man, this is something else I didn't want to do. This is a centrifuge extractor. This is just like our induction furnaces and our macerators, our rotary macerators. This is a high-tech extractor, basically. You take electrolyzed water cells. You get 7 of them, plus extractor, plus advanced machine block. How do you get electrolyzed water cell? Well, once again, that's going to be something down in the description area. Yeah, because, quite frankly, this is one of those things where the R button doesn't work. Anywho, I should have checked on that before I did it, but for any of those who are interested, I will have something in there for you, so you can find out how to do it. So we'll set these up here, and then we'll have extractor over here. I don't know if I want to go ahead and put them in front of the window. I don't want to know if I want to ruin the scenic view. There we go. And then, of course, we have our basic run-of-the-mill macerator. Alright, you know what? I'm just going to hold on to these two because I don't want jamming them somewhere where they don't belong. Unfortunately, I'm going to need some more glass fiber cable because there ain't no way this is going to technically work the way things are looking right now. Alright, let's go ahead and bring this pipe out, tube out, whatever you want to call it, out. Yep, see, that was the problem I was afraid of. Okay, we're going to have to go back and make a simple adjustment because I had a feeling that was going to happen. This current is way too bloody high, and I'm not going to be able to make enough voltage upgrades to actually make all these work. So let me go ahead and get some transformers. We have our transformers, and now to figure out how we're going to place these things down. Let me get up here and break this little elbow joint, whatever you want to call it. Alright, we have our medium voltage, which we want to place up. Crap. Okay, I should probably say right around here. Maybe? I don't know. Okay, we're going to have to make a simple adjustment with the wrench on that. Let me get the wrench real quick. We'll readjust that around so it faces the proper direction. Okay, so now we're taking our 512 EU, converting it into roughly... Okay, that's the right direction right there. We're converting our 512 EU into 128. This in turn will take us to our low voltage, which will take our 128 and convert that into a simple 64. Alright, so with that done, and having been said, okay, anytime now. Alright, we got that set. Let's go ahead and get the wrench, readjust this to the proper setting. There we go. And now we should be good for our machines. There's an extra extractor, or macerator, excuse me. And voila, the trick, she is done. Oh dear, okay. Now my question is this going to be enough to power this? Yep, technically it is. Good stuff. And of course we don't have enough pipe to finish it off, but hey, why not? I didn't want to put you up there. Okay, is that the sound of our machine running, or is it water? Or is it just me? Oh, okay, the machines are running. Why is this running? Oh, because it don't have a switch. Okay, well, whatever. Not that it really matters, because look. This thing ain't even flinching, and that is just like draining energy like a boss. That one isn't, and I don't know why. But, hey, I'm not going to ask any questions. Whatever. Okay, we'll have to run some pipe over to the induction furnace at some point and get that done as well. That reminds me, it's been a little bit since I actually made this glass fiber cable. Let me see if I can... I don't have the resources here, I believe. So I'll have to go back and actually get it. Yeah, that's right. I'll have to go back and get some glass panes and some diamond and redstone. Alright. Let me just head back and get that taken care of. And we'll go from there. Okay, so we got 64 pieces of everything we need except for the diamond, and we don't have to worry about that because here at our little... Yeah, this thing is packed. I only need one stack, so as you can see, diamonds are generating ridiculously fast, and this chest just is overloaded with diamond-y goodness. Alright, now that it's basically been complete, what can I say? Let's head back down again and get this thing crafted so we can go back and power up the rest of our machines, which can only be a good thing. Table, please. Alright, let's go ahead and set this up. Glass panels, well, glass blocks around the top and bottom. 2 redstone. And our diamond. Ta-da! Yep, we have a boatload of glass fiber cable. Good stuff. Good stuff to be had. Alright, let's make our way back. Oh, I didn't want to go down there. What happened? Why you make me go back down there? I didn't want to go back down there. Weird, weird game. Well, I shouldn't say the game. It's not the game's fault. It's the keyboard's fault. I'm using the Razer Nancy, and it's like the mouse. It has a quick response time. What can I say? Sorry, game. Alright, so this is empty officially now. Not that I didn't help it along a little bit before. How is our machines running? They're still running. They're at half capacity. We're all at half capacity, basically. So that's good to know. Oh, crap. Well, this doesn't help anything. We've gotten still plenty of oil to go. This thing is packed. It's packed with fuel. We're going to have to make some type of room for one more set of glass tanks, and then we'll go back. Here we go. Let's go ahead and drain this thing. If them engines are going to have some power, let's just go ahead and make sure this thing is completely drained. Alright, good stuff. So that's 8 blocks of tank. And, whoops, didn't want to do that. As you can see, that thing is filling up quite rapidly. So, yeah. Once that's done, we'll go ahead. We'll run some type of drainage pipe along the way and have it all fired into those engines. So, get back up there. Jeez. We'll have fuel running right into our engine room, replacing lava, and being more efficient, I guess you could call it. Whatever. Anyway, let's head back. We're done here. Mission is complete for now. What am I doing? I thought there was an interest up here, and I totally forgot there's not. A die. Right, shut the door. And teleport. Alright, let's go back and get these pipes set up properly. At least now we actually have a setup where we can hook up all the machines and not worrying about massive explosions. Great stuff. Alright, we have you, and I have the wrong thing selected. Then we have you. And then we can go ahead and go right along our merry pathway. Get out of here. There we go. Much better. Let's hook up some of these induction furnaces. That way we can get these up and working. There we go. That'll do. Well, that'll do. Alright, so it feels kind of nice to actually have all this stuff be able to sit here. We can cram out a whole lot of goodness. Okay, I don't even know why this is on, but whatever. It's kind of like this. It just like randomly comes on. Are any of these even running? Nope, they're not even a problem. So, whatever. Not even these are working, but what? Okay. So the rotary macerators are just like, yeah, whatever. We'll just operate whenever we're needed. Not even worried about it, bro. These guys are like, we'll take a break. This one's like, hey, y'all, I'm going to be the one that actually works. I'll carry the load here for y'all. And whatnot. Okay, at least that's set up. We got to start here. And what in the world? I've gotten light down here. What are you guys doing? What are y'all doing? This is completely unacceptable. Get the F out. Get the F out. This is messed up, man. I thought we had an agreement. Oh, crap. I thought we had an agreement. This ain't working. Everyone, out. OUT, get the F out. The problem is we need to actually get away to and from up here because this is completely inefficient. While having the ring is nice, it'd be even nicer if you just like climb up without having to worry about any stoppage or issues or whatever. So anyway, let's go ahead and throw a ladder here. Hooray! Hooray, ladder! Hey, get in there. Good stuff. Alright, so there we go. We've got a ladder now that can actually take us to floor 2 to 3. Now we just have to find a way to get a ladder from 1 to 2. Okay, now watch. The door is... Oh, okay. That is actually a rather efficient way of doing it. Good stuff. Can I actually make a ladder down from here? Only one way to find out. Oh, wow. That's like right there. I like this. I really like how this is working. There we go. So now we have some transportation. Floor 1, 2, and 3. So floor 1 is one big empty room for right now. Floor 2 is one small empty room for right now. And floor 3 is one room with a couple of machines. So we're going to have to make sure to put some other stuff down there. And we'll go from there. But hey, pretty cool to say the least. I'm actually thinking about putting some engines down on floor 1. We'll have some type of, I don't know, engine set up. I can imagine some fast combustion engines or some type of, you know, combustion engine in general from Buildcraft down here. With some sort of setup, maybe another lava setup over here. I'm totally feeling this around here. It feels like we can make some energy. This could be like an energy room, like an engine room. And the second floor can be, I don't know, maybe some completely randomized room that serves no purpose, like it is right now. It's big and it's empty, but I don't know. We'll find a purpose for this room. Maybe I will have a cow breeding room. I don't know. Maybe through the miracle of I don't know, of Minecraft, we'll bring some of them mushroom cows in here. Who knows? Don't hold me to that. Don't hold me to that. I don't know. I really don't know what we're going to put here. But at least we could put some more machines up here. May even... You know what? You know what? Well, I only have one macerator left. That's not really a problem, but I was going to say, maybe I can actually move the machines out to the middle of the floor and do it that way, instead of just having them against the wall. That's a possible thing. Anyway, yeah, that could definitely work. I could see that. It could fill the dead spaces, which should prevent the freaking monsters from spawning. See, that's a thing. Thinking out loud never fails. So these guys using... Oh, yeah, they're using a little bit of energy, but I mean, look, it's barely even noticeable. And trust me, once that sun comes up, those things are going to be like, supercharge! So, yeah. Awesome. We've gotten plenty of machines. The thing is, we don't have a lot of resources around here on Mushroom Island. It's like, really? We could go outside and check. There's only a few cave systems, but there's, like, not much going on with these cave systems. Okay, well, yeah. Plus, there's that whole monster ordeal. So we should probably wait till the morning and then go from there. Oh, wow, it probably took a few days, but the actual stuff that begins with an M, because I don't know if I can pronounce it, is actually spread all over the dirt that was around here. So we got this nice little light purple haze around our little fountain. That is pretty cool. That just gave me another idea. I'm not going to ruin it. You'll have to stay tuned because I've gotten an idea. You'll just have to wait and see. I think this may actually kind of work out. Well, anyway, I just wanted to go ahead and explore one of these cave systems around here. I think on the island itself, they're far and few between. But like in the water and all, they're everywhere. There was a little one right there. If I really wanted to, I could break it open and go exploring. But I kind of want to hold off from breaking that open. There's another big opening around here somewhere that we can actually go into and explore the cave system. Unfortunately, I'm not even seeing that right now. What in the world? Okay, here we go. Here's an opening. Alright, torch me. Yeah, I don't see much happening in this little cave system, but here's the thing. Yeah, we were down here last time, so it's not really surprising. That's why I knew something was going on down here. What else do we got? Oh, hello, nice open area. Pretty sure this takes us down into lava, which is a good thing because we can actually find some resources. Hooray, resources. Speaking of which, give me some of that coal. Now, when was the last time you saw me actually mine coal? Yep, it's been forever. So that is quite a thing here. It's like, wow, he's actually mining coal in Technic Minecraft. That's what happens when you get comfortable with equivalent exchange. Those things do happen. Alright, so what else do we have? Uranium. Good stuff. Not that I'm using any nuclear facilities, but it's a thing right there. Macerator, and what else do we have? Yeah, Macerator. That's actually bronze. No, it's actually copper, excuse me. Macerator is what I'm going to put it in. So for all of you who are like, what in the world did you just say Macerator for? That's my brain thinking several steps ahead. I was way ahead on that one. Just to clear up any possible confusion, my mind is like, or Macerator bars. So yeah, that is a thing right in itself. Don't be confused. I'm just processing faster than I probably should. Kind of trying to throw everybody off by taking the 2 steps above. Okay, we got more copper. I don't know why I called it bronze. Bronze isn't in the wild. You have to make bronze. Simple as that. Alright, so this is actually going back into a little cavern here. What do we have? We have a very dark cavern, that's for sure. And we have a circle. So we went in one big circle. But at least we can craft this iron and have it on hand. That's always a good thing. And after doing all these machines and doing everything in Technic Minecraft, I can clearly see why they say that iron is probably one of the most precious resources you can get early in the game. Because it, quite frankly, is needed for everything. From refined iron to, like, simple pieces, electric circuits and such. It really is required. So having that macerated and having it doubled is always a great thing to do. Alright, come on. Let's go ahead and get some of this. Some more of this. And you know what? I might just call it a day and throw them in my machines. Because I think all this is one big circle. Oh, okay, there's the lava. That is the iron. That's right there. We need... I've seen that before, so... Okay, let's go down here real quick. Anything else beside more lava? Okay. More iron, more lava. And... oh yeah, this is the marble cave. It keeps looking like some type of dungeon or something because of this texture pack. But it's a marble cave. Nothing to get excited about. Yep, that's a thing. Let's go ahead and grab this iron. Why don't you know what? I think we've gotten enough for now. Let's just go ahead and use the machine. I can always come back and grab that later. Okay, here's some tainted V crystals. Those are a thing. I'm not too worried about them right now. Now I'm going to get stuck exploring because I got sidetracked. And, okay, yeah. Oh! Hello, Mr. Oh, no! That's what I thought. Yeah. No explosions for you today, Mr. Creeper. Alright. I just want to mine this emerald, and I want to get back out of here. So anyway, that was the thing that got me thinking about Technic Minecraft, well, the Technic Pack and Minecraft 1.3, is that how are they going... What in the world? I heard a creeper. I heard a creeper and I don't like it. Anywho, 1.3 has emeralds now in the game itself, and with Technic Minecraft, or the Technic Pack, with their emeralds, that's going to cause quite a problem. So, I don't know how they're going to do that. You're going to have emeralds as a form of currency. You're going to have emeralds as crafting items. And it's going to be very confusing to say the least. So we'll see how that all shakes down. No one, it's probably going to be a little bit longer even still before the next update to the Technic Pack because of that. It's like, how do you break all that down? How do you make all that work? I mean, there's going to be some aspects of the game that are probably going to wind up getting broken. So they're going to have to fix that and alter it somehow. Who knows? I don't know if I really need to have coal as a resource right about now. I could use that as a powder for like carbon plates and such, so yeah, let's just go ahead and put you in there. Get you spinning. And of course it'll grind faster as it works. Okay, why is the energy twitching? I hope that's not a thing. We've lost power before and I didn't like it. So here's hoping that's not a problem. Here's iron ore. And yeah, you know what? I've got a better idea. We're going to go ahead and put that in here because that's a thing. Okay, yeah, you're not slowing down because we're putting you there. You can go over there. I said, well, I guess you can't go over there. Whatever. Alright, so as that kicks up and it gets faster and faster, let's move along from here, shall we? Oh yeah, there's our regular macerators, which I probably shouldn't even... I should probably just upgrade them and have them all as rotary macerators. Wouldn't that make so much more sense? Alright, uranium ore, I ain't gonna do much with that. Let me just break these down into some smooth stone. As a nice example. Oh yeah, that thing's gonna be kicking. Look how fast that's smelting. Wow. When the induction furnace is fully heated like that, it smelts super fast. Here. Instant replay. Super fast smelting action. Now included with induction furnaces. Wait a minute. That thing barely heated. What in the world? Go smelt yourself. Oh. I said go smelt yourself. Okay. So those are done. Why ain't this getting done? Okay, there it goes. That was kind of awkward at first. It was like, yeah, the heat's going to stop for a little bit. How are we doing? Not even flinching. Go figure. Why are you taking so long? Okay, that's weird. Oh well, not even going to question it just right now. We'll leave it alone. Everything still has power, so that's all that matters. That's all that really matters. Okay, that stopped the macerating. Okay, I should have just left it in single stack then. That just kind of did that. Alright, that's the thing. There you go. There you go. And there you go. So, great, great stuff. Oh my god, what in the world? That thing's like done melted half of it. Yeah, we're going to have to put a switch on here. I think with levers, if you actually have levers on these, you can leave them on. These will stay on all the time. The power usage is quite minimum, so that's not a problem. So, yeah, I think that's going to be a thing we're going to have to execute on. This stays on all the time, and you see how that executes. It is brilliant. Okay, this is moving a little bit faster. This is like a nightmare that I can't describe. So, let's hit the ladder down. We'll get a couple cobblestone. Or better yet, we'll get a couple cobblestone out of this. Go ahead and break this down. And then we'll have cobblestone for levers, and then we'll have levers to turn on machines, and that'll be a good thing, and then we won't have to worry about having this issue. And it is quite an issue. There we go. 10 levers. there's always got to be one lever that goes against the grain. Why? Because it's just a jerk like that. There we go. Everybody have power. And of course it's going to start smelting faster now because it's been working so long. And that's at 19% heat, so that's like building ridiculously fast. You already seen how fast it smelts at 100%. It is quite sick, but awesome. Sickeningly awesome. That's the thing. So anyway, that's going to do it for this video as we finish up the rest of this iron. I thank you for watching, and I hope you found it entertaining or informative, or even both. If so, please leave a thumbs up. Please give good feedback. Any questions, comments, or suggestions, please leave them down below. I love hearing from the viewers. So anyway, have yourself a wonderful day, and if not, then just fake it. It'll be over before you know it. I'll see you again next time.